Bible Lessons Daily. Ancient truth for modern life.
Imagine gripping a rough rope so tightly your knuckles turn white. You are straining, sweating, and pulling with everything you have, because the weight on the other end is a person you care about. 2,000 years ago, 4 men took on that exact kind of physical risk for a specific rescue mission. Their friend was completely paralyzed. He couldn't take a single step, meaning he was reliant on these 4 guys to carry him on a mat wherever he needed to go. When someone is unable to move forward on their own, carrying their weight is what friendship looks like. This mission takes place in Capernaum, a densely packed, bustling ancient town in the Middle East. Jesus is teaching inside a local house, and the space is overwhelmingly crowded. It is strictly standing room only, with people blocking the doors and spilling right out of the windows. The 4 friends arrive carrying their paralyzed buddy, but they immediately hit a wall. An impenetrable crowd of bodies stands between them and Jesus, and no one is willing to budge. Frustrated but determined, they look for another way. They spot an exterior stone staircase, the kind commonly used in that era to access flat, functional roofs. With the front door blocked, the only way to get their friend to the center of the room is to go up. Inside the house, the environment is calm and focused, as Jesus teaches. But outside, that quiet is broken by muffled thumps and the heavy sound of scraping directly overhead. Suddenly, a beam of harsh sunlight bursts through the dark ceiling, followed by a shower of thick dust falling onto the crowd below. Up above, the 4 friends are pulling off a daring physical feat. They are actively dismantling a solid roof made of packed clay, branches, and tiles using their bare hands. Once the hole is wide enough, they tie ropes to the corners of their friend's mat. Slowly, they lower him down through the ceiling until he lands directly in the center of the crowd, right in front of Jesus. Reaching a vital solution sometimes requires making a messy, disruptive entrance. The room goes silent. The heavy anticipation is clear. The crowd expects Jesus to perform a physical miracle right then and there to fix the man's paralyzed legs. But Jesus looks at the man, bypasses the obvious physical issue, and addresses his soul. He says, "Your sins are forgiven." If we picture this man's situation, the paralysis is just the visible issue on the surface. Beneath it all, this man carries a weight much heavier than his physical paralysis, a need for forgiveness and peace. Sitting in the room are local religious leaders, and internally they are instantly furious. Their anger comes from a specific rule about God. They believe only He has the authority to forgive sins. By offering it Himself, Jesus is claiming that same power. Jesus is solving a spiritual crisis the rest of the room completely missed, which directly threatens the men in charge. Jesus reads the room. He senses the silent hostility radiating from the religious leaders, so he pauses to confront them. He poses a simple logic puzzle. He asks them, which is easier, to say, "Your sins are forgiven," or to say, "Get up and walk"? Anyone can claim to forgive sins because there's no way to see if it actually happened. So Jesus decides to do something everyone can see to prove he can do the thing they can't. He turns back to the paralyzed man and commands him to stand up, pick up his mat, and go home. Instantly, the man's feet touch the dirt and confidently bear weight. The crowd is stunned. They part completely, making a wide path to let the newly healed man walk right out the front door. This demonstrates that Jesus holds power over both the visible physical world and the invisible spiritual realm. As the man walks home, our attention turns back up to that hole in the roof and to the 4 friends who made the miracle possible. We all need people in our lives who are willing to fight through obstacles to get us the help we need, and we are challenged to be that kind of friend for others. It's easy to focus on the visible struggles, like bank accounts or physical health, but a clean slate and a healed heart provide the foundation for a restored life. The rescue missions that matter most are the ones that repair our deepest, invisible brokenness first.
What lesson spoke to your heart today? Tell us in the comments and subscribe for daily Bible wisdom.